If you're in the market for a home, you may be wondering just how much money you'll need up front to put down on that house. And not to mention, you may be hearing about or currently paying PMI or private mortgage insurance.
Oh, it's a lot of numbers. Numbers are flying everywhere. But the folks at Lake Michigan Credit Union are here to lay it all out and answer any questions you may have. You know, they partner with companies like Eastbrook Homes to better educate and assist home buyers. Take a look. Well, you've made that decision. You're going to buy that house or that condo, and you're thinking, oh, I should probably put some money down. How much money should you put down? 20%, 5%, 3%, 0% down? We've heard all of these different options. Which is the right one? Well, we're here at Riverbend Condominiums from Eastbrook Homes, and we're going to talk to Becky Sims from LMCU. Lake Michigan Credit Union has a great relationship with Eastbrook Homes, and she's going to explain and make sense out of the dollars that you really have to pay.
Hi, my name is Becky Sims. I am a loan officer with Lake Michigan Credit Union. I've been working there for 12 years. I love to help people buy their first house, their second house, or even their last house. Well, down payment is a great question and probably one of the most common questions we get. You definitely need a down payment, but we have lots of different options. That's where talking to a good loan officer is very helpful. We have programs that are 1%, 3% down for first-time home buyers, Community Heroes. We have some great programs for them. So really, anywhere from there are some 0% down programs, but 0 to 20 or whatever you want to put down. There's so many options now in the mortgage world. LMCU has a special program for Community Heroes, first responders, teachers, healthcare workers that allows a smaller down payment, lower PMI, and we do give a credit towards closing costs. I still hear that. I get first-time home buyers calling and saying, but my parents said I have to put 20% down, and that's just not true. I mean, private mortgage insurance, or PMI, is required on pretty much every loan where you don't have 20% down, but it's not for the life of the loan. It's just until you reach that 20% equity position. It's included in your monthly payment. It's not horrible. And in my opinion, it's better than renting. So it's nothing to be scared of. But looking at PMI, 5% down versus 10% down, the PMI rates are a little bit different. And even at 15% down, they're super manageable at any LTV or loan to value. PMI is a risk-based factor. So putting 5% down, your PMI is going to be higher than putting 10% down or 15% down. It goes in 5% increments, and then at 20% down, it goes away. I think doing a 0% down is a hard loan to do. I think that you do have to have some money to buy a house, realistically. There are some, like Rural Development does a 0% down, but you still have closing costs. So you'd still have to have some money to buy a house. There's an investment required. A lot of people would have a hard time coming up with 20%, especially their first house. They're young, they're just starting out. So, I mean, a tax refund is one good way to save money. Skipping Starbucks, making a budget really and saying what's a want and what's a need, and really starting to put money away to invest in a house. So I think the most common question I get is people call for their first house and they say, my parents said I have to have 20% down. Is that true? And it's not. And we have so many different mortgage programs. That's really why calling and talking to a loan officer is your first step. And looking at your credit picture, your income, telling you what's affordable, where you're comfortable, how that payment translates into a purchase price is really the place to start. And I think people are amazed that home ownership is a possibility with 3% down. So the first step would look like giving a loan officer, ideally Lake Michigan Credit Union, a call and just explaining your situation. There's, starting to build that relationship in trust, and it helps to understand what your goals are, so we know what the best mortgage program is for you. So really, it's a phone call. It's, maybe 10, 15 minutes. We get some personal information, like your social security number. We would run credit, talk about, how much income you're making, and then talk about, well, here's what we think is a good payment for you, where you'd be comfortable, and here's what that looks like with a purchase price. To do a mortgage with us, you do have to become a member. Becoming a member is opening a savings account for $5. There are some incentives to do a checking account and do automatic payments. You get a better interest rate. There's so many great benefits to banking with Lake Michigan Credit Union that people love it. I think the best place is to rely on, if you're working with an agent or ask a friend who they used at Lake Michigan Credit Union and get a referral to a loan officer. You can look at the website and see all of our bios and see who more specializes in purchase mortgages or helping first-time home buyers. That might give you an idea of who'd be a good fit for you. So I do a lot of financing for Eastbrook buyers, and they're always amazed at how affordable their homes are. With interest rates so low, they can do all the upgrades that they want to do. The housing payments are very affordable. So Lake Michigan Credit Union, is a community lender. We're very invested in our community and give back. And I think that flows through to our employees across the board. But as loan officers, we do have a lot of experienced loan officers, and we care about our buyers and our members and wanting to put them in the right loan for them, not what's right maybe for us, what's best for them.
A lot of talk about what's best for you. That's where the focus is with Lake Michigan Credit Union and Eastbrook Homes as they partner to get you into that home. Hey, you want to visit them online? Just check out eastbrookhomes.com. We'll be right back.